Welcome to another installment in the Content by Volume 2018 Fall Seasonal Beer Review. Check the channel or on screen for the other videos in the series if you're interested. After further perusing the seasonal displays, I noticed that Shipyard had one other pumpkin beer in the form of Smashed Pumpkin. This bigger, badder version of Pumpkinhead Ale weighs in at a staggering 9% ABV while touting the same IBU value of 18, at least on the website, which is wrong. The can actually lists it as 20. A further look over Shipyard's webpage for this brew reveals not a lot actually. We find that it's brewed with the same English top fermenting yeast and same hop variety of Willamette and Sapphire, though if you look closely at the description you can see Hallertau hops in place of Willamette. This was probably accidentally carried over from perhaps a previous batch as the can clearly reads Willamette. Other than that, it also points out the style staples of pumpkin and nutmeg aromas. Pouring from the 16-ounce can into my brandy snifter reveals that familiar copper color that we've become very familiar with at this point. The head can grow fairly large, but ultimately settles down to a much thinner ring like every other pumpkin ale we've had thus far. The head is an off-white concoction of bubbles and foam that wants to leave a lacing but just fails to do so. The beer is also nice and clear, and we get to see the carbonation rising in the glass. Overall, great visual presentation that is very reminiscent of a pumpkin, but falling just short because of the lack of head retention. Right off the bat, we get a bit of an earthy aroma from the pumpkin that's followed by cinnamon and a hint of nutmeg. There is also a sweet toffee smell mingled with a slight sickly sweet aroma of malty alcohol. Overall, a very inviting aroma that does a good job of embodying the fall season. Smashed Pumpkin opens with a warming bitter bite of alcohol that melts into a malty sweetness that is further complemented by flavors of cinnamon and nutmeg. Ending where the aroma began, we get an earthy flavor mixed with pumpkin that lingers in the mouth. Being a bigger beer, the alcohol does eventually wear down the other flavors, but at least you get to enjoy them up front. The beer has a medium body that is accompanied by medium carbonation. With its slight stickiness and its slight alcohol burn, Smashed Pumpkin feels just as big as its 9% ABV. Smashed Pumpkin is the antithesis to its smaller brother Pumpkinhead that leaves Shipyard covering imperial beer lovers and easy drinkers. And while these beers certainly have their place, I feel as though Smashed Pumpkin doesn't have the same approachability as Pumpkinhead. It's a big beer with some bold flavors, but a lot of that stems from its high ABV and how boozy it comes across, and I think that it may come across as too bold. For newbies, this is probably a beer you'll shy away from since it's a bit overbearing, making it difficult to fully enjoy. For veterans, this beer can be hit or miss. It's certainly a solid beer that incorporates an earthy pumpkin flavors into big beer very well, but its packaging options put it in a peculiar position. As far as I can tell, Smashed Pumpkin is really only available in 4 packs of 16-ounce cans, and for something that's 9% ABV, that means you could really only reliably have one before you'd want to switch to something lighter or stop drinking altogether. While the price point of $13 isn't too bad for the 64 ounces you get, it can limit what you're going to be able to stock your fridge with if you're on a budget or don't like to spend more than you have to. Besides this minor issue, considering you may be able to come across a specialty store that will sell singles, the beer comes in at 3.2 out of 5 points, marking a solid beer that has room for improvement. With the 2 other beers I've reviewed so far, Smashed Pumpkin takes the second place slot in the beer ranking. That brings this review to an end, and if you want to see what other beers I'll be reviewing this fall, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.